Well, I've just stopped off for a cup of coffee and a sandwich on the way down through Snowdonia, and in this little town of Dolgellau, I think it's pronounced. I'll show you a little bit of the town as when I finish my coffee and head back on the road. Welsh stone or Welsh slate are clearly the main building materials in this part of Wales. It makes the buildings really, really attractive, I think, as well as substantial. I just saw a sign saying Torrent Walk. I'm sure the white water in the Welsh valleys in the winter would be a torrent. Again, just look at the amazing stonework here. Some of it's been cleaned up. Some of it needs to be cleaned up. It's still lovely. This is my last stop for the day. I started this morning at Prestatyn and in North Wales, and now I'm down in South Wales, and I'm in Carmarthen, and right opposite me is the Boar's Head Hotel with the Welsh Dragon up on the wall there. And if I spin around, we have an absolutely magnificent Baptist church with kind of Roman type of columns, like a Roman temple really, and then if I just walk down the road a bit, we have a Kurdish barbers. So Wales, in all its traditions, has also adopted many different cultures, like the rest of the British Isles. So I'm heading off now to the castle, heading towards another absolutely lovely building. As you can see, the clock says 4:10. It's still bright and sunny, although quite chilly really. And heading towards the statue of to the honoured memory of her sons who died during the war in South Africa, 1899 to 1902. So this is those people who lived in Carmarthenshire who died in war in South Africa. I think we must be talking about the Boer War here. I have another statue coming up here as we approach Carmarthen Castle. NOTT. I will put some information about him in the description box below. And it's very quiet here at just after 4 on a Friday afternoon. So we have NOTT Square, previously called Upper Market Street, being at the heart of Carmarthen, the busy market town and port. After building the castle, the Normans created a new town enclosed by walls and gates. Within the walls were NOTT Square, Guildhall Square, Quay Street, St Mary Street, Hall Street and Bridge Street. In 1415 the walls were extended to create a much bigger town, which included Spilman and King Street. The stocks, or the pillory, stood in NOTT Square. This was a board which held the neck and wrists of the offender, and they were pilloried before they were imprisoned. Lots of history here. I'm not going to read it all. Certainly not going to try and read it in Welsh. Carmarthen Castle. You get some idea of the vastness of this castle. It was the only royal castle in Wales. Its medieval history is the story of the kings of England and their most continuous warfare with the Welsh princes. The story of conquest, of conflict, and the struggle between attack and defence. Carmarthen Castle was once one of the largest castles in Wales, in the centre of the Norman government in medieval and South and West Wales. It was built by King Henry I in 1106 to 1109 as a motte and bailey castle with timber defences, and converted into a stone fortress during the 13th century. Attacked many times. The remaining buildings continue to be used as a jail. The jail was rebuilt by John Nash and extended in the late 19th century, but this in turn was demolished in the 1930s to make way for the present County Hall. Absolutely lovely. You're probably getting a bit tired of Welsh castles by now. They seem to be everywhere. I don't think I'm going to climb any more spiral staircases today. Let's see what sort of view we can get from up here though. So now inside the castle walls we have the administrative building from Carmarthenshire. This is the County Hall. They've actually given the County Hall some turrets on the corners just to be a little bit kind of sympathetic to the amazing structure they're sitting within. Well, I won't take you into the music shop because we could be here for some time, but hopefully when you see the videos I'm hoping to make from my Wales tour, you'll get to hear some of my original compositions. Well, that's it for me. I'm going to have a wander around the streets, perhaps get a drink somewhere before I head back along the M40 and over the Severn Bridge and back to sunny Somerset. Apologies for the silly hat, but it is really quite cold. I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of North Wales and my run down through Wales today, through beautiful countryside, wonderful Welsh mountains, and it's been too short. It's literally been a whistle stop. I need to come back to Wales and look at Wales in more detail and pick out some of the other wonderful features and attractions and history of this wonderful country. So signing off, and hopefully you'll watch the video when I release it, and that's it for now. Bye for now.